like I have arrived fashionably late to this YouTube party, but I would rather arrive fashionably late than to not show up at all. That only applies if it's your actual party. Don't run with that. Don't show up to nobody's party fashionably late, okay? But yes, I feel like this is about to be like a therapy session. I have my couch. I'm about to express to y'all one of the biggest lessons that I felt like I needed to learn. But welcome to my page. My name is Germany. And if you do not mind, go ahead and click that box that says subscribe. And as well, give this video just the automatic thumbs up. I promise you. It won't be boring. I wanted my first video to be very one-on-one, transparent, and just honest about where I'm at on my journey, because I know we are all more similar than we actually think we are. We all can relate in some form or fashion. There's a million people on this planet and we all have a story to tell. So there's somebody out here who can relate to this or can relate to your story. So I just want to be transparent and honest, and show you guys like what I'm doing on my journey and where I'm going. I'm really, really excited because I'm finally doing what I want to do. And that is the greatest feeling ever. Doing things that you enjoy, that you're passionate about, and not giving up about what anybody says, okay? So I hope somebody gets inspired or is encouraged by this video, because it's never too late to start anything. It's never too late to change your mind. You can do 1,000,001 things in this lifetime. Don't let someone tell you there's only one thing you can do and you got to stay true to that. No, I don't personally believe in that. I've had like several jobs and I've done several things. It's just like, I feel like life is kind of like a bucket list. Just check off your bucket list. Whatever it is you want to do, just check it off. I have been repeating a cycle. Let's just say that. I'm repeating this cycle over and over and over again. It actually took me like falling flat on my face for me to get it and change my ways. And this cycle that I've been repeating, I was actually putting myself on the back burner. And I had to really be honest with myself and just get 100% get with myself. Like, what's the reason that you're doing this? And why are you doing this? And how can you stop this? That's how I actually talk to myself, because I'll be in the mirror 24/7 because I feel like nobody keeps it realer than me with me. Because some people be like, oh, no, it's okay. I'm going to be in the mirror and be like, bitch, you stupid. You fucked up. You shouldn't did this. You knew better. You had every opportunity to do this, and you knew in the back of your head you was telling yourself not to do it, but you still did it. So you have nobody else to blame but yourself. So I might be a little too hard on myself. That might be the Virgo in me, but got to a point where I was also depressed. So I know I'm kind of like talking around it. Like, I'm just going to share with you guys what happened to make me realize that I'm not putting myself first. Do you really honestly love yourself? Do you know what self-love is? I know I carry myself a certain type of way, but when you really love yourself, it's a different type of confidence. It's a different type of walk you have. And I noticed a pattern with friendships, relationships, even with family, what I was doing. So that aha moment was like, okay, you get it, you understand. Okay, well, let's just switch some things around. So this is what actually happened. 2019, I was still stripping. Yeah, I was a stripper. I was stripping, and it was around like January, February. I told myself I was going to stop stripping after Super Bowl. We had the Super Bowl here in Atlanta. And after a couple events that occurred in the club, it made me stick to my word. And after Super Bowl, I was out. Mentally, I'd been left there. Physically, I was still there. And honestly, I wasn't making any money. I was just sitting around watching other girls making money. I would honestly wait for someone to tell me to come here to come dance. I literally was just over it at that point. I couldn't do it anymore. I was exhausted. But when I left, I had in mind, okay, you have this great asset. You have a house that your grandfather left you when he passed away. And I had it for a few years and I wasn't doing anything with it. Like, okay, quit dancing, and just go sell this house. And that's exactly what I did. I quit dancing. I had like a few jobs. I was doing lifts. I also worked at a hair salon. But to be honest, none of that money compared to stripper money, and it wasn't really taking care of the bills. I actually had to like break my lease. I went down to the leasing office, spoke to the leasing manager, and she was very understanding. I was so grateful for her. She let me break my lease because I actually was getting eviction notice, and I just went down there and I was like, hey, this is what's going on. So she told me what I needed to do so that it wouldn't affect me in a negative way. When I tell y'all, I was so grateful for her. I was so grateful for her. I was able to break my lease. My cousin that actually lived here had a truck, and I was able to make my way up to DC because I needed to clean this house out. It had been sitting for a while and I hadn't tended to it. Everything in there from when my grandfather had passed away was still in there. So it took me a good 4 months to clean this house out and get everything situated. I have a great friend who is a realtor, and she was able to sell my house from a whole different other state. So I was so grateful for her. And when I got that money, this is what I did. I took care of everyone before I actually took care of myself. And this is where I said my habit came in. I would tend to other people's needs before I would actually tend to mine. I had kind of taught myself that it's okay to help people before you help yourself, that you can figure it out. You'll always find a way. And I feel like I got that habit as a young girl when I was able to get a job. Me and my sister, we would pay bills in the house. We would have to, buy groceries. It was just certain things we had to do growing up, which actually was great structure for me. But I would extend that out. Like I had a high school sweetheart. We were in a relationship, and I was doing that with his mom. Like she would clean on the weekends, and I would go with her, and I'm helping her out. And she already has 2 kids. Sometimes they would clean, sometimes they wouldn't, but I'm there, and I'm like, I'm helping him out. I'm doing whatever I need to do for him as well. So it's been like an ongoing like pattern for me, even with friends too, where if you need something, let's say I only have $500 in my pocket, you need a 400, I'm giving you 400, and I'm just going to keep the 100 and figure out a way. I'm not going to tell you, well, all I have is $500. People knew to call me if they needed something. Like if they need some help, you can call Germany. Germany's going to help you. Germany's going to tell you, don't worry about it. I got it. And I didn't really feel like it was self-sabotaging until I had this money and I took care of everyone. And when I say everyone, I extended it out to like friends too, who I felt like was family for me. And I didn't even take care of myself first. So when the money ran out, it ran out. And I got into a state of depression because I'm like, you quit dancing, you survived all of 2019 with $0 in your pocket. You had this great asset to set you up on what you envisioned for yourself, your dreams. But instead of you running towards your dreams first and setting yourself up and then, saying, I could still help everyone, set a healthy boundary and not feel guilty about it, I went ahead and did the opposite. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, Germany, you're gonna have to help yourself first. And I kept telling myself this, but I was still like, here you go, no problem, here you go, here you go, here you go. And I'm like, on the inside, I'm screaming like, you're giving out all your money. Why are you doing this? And I was feeling like, well, I've been so used to helping that it's just gonna come back around. It's gonna come back around. And not to say it won't come back around, but when I went like this and I needed to pay bills and stuff, who are you gonna call? Ask help from, but luckily I do have great friends and I do have some great family members that actually, I could say, hey, I need some help. And when you love yourself, you know how to set up healthy boundaries. Now I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say to people that it is okay to be helpful, to be a giver. But give in reason, give within boundaries, give with discernment as well. Also, Don't let yourself be defined by anything, any mistakes or any losses you have, because that's what happened to me. I let that big failure define me in that moment, and I was so depressed for like 5 months. It really took me expressing how I felt to one person, and that person saying, hey, it's okay, I've actually experienced something like that. And then it made me realize you're not alone in this big old world. You can mess up. There's other people that have messed up, and it's okay. And that's all it took. So I'm very grateful for that person, and I'm grateful for where I'm at now, because honey, your mind is defeated, your world becomes defeated. And my world started to spiral down, and nobody knew. People were like something not right. What's going on? You not acting right. This weird, you know. And I'm grateful for those people who actually notice as well. So this is Mental Health Awareness Month. Make sure, if you're going through something, financial hardships, just mental hardships, just relationship hardships, or self-sabotaging hardships, like, talk to somebody, you know, get it off your chest. Just get it off. It feels better when you're able to get it off, you know. Be afraid of being vulnerable either, because I was very afraid of being vulnerable, because I'm like, people are going to judge me because I had this great asset and I felt like I went about it the wrong way. So make sure that you pick yourself up. Don't sit in that depression for 4 or 5 months. Make sure you click and subscribe, like I said, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes on my journey. Let's just say, live my life my way, on my terms, how I want to. I'm about to follow my dreams. So just watch. Bye.